Doritos ARG with Dorito and Atomic. Now they have Oli. Since they've added Oli, a 3-0 sweep in the spring over Oxygen. Can they replicate that? Can they make it 4-0? Or will Oxygen get vengeance, go to 3-1 on the season? We will find out now. Manfield Night, of course, the backdrop for our opening game. And with our opening countdown, we are underway.
Time to see who will stay alive, or as you like to say, survive and advance here in the RLCS World Championship Wildcard. Switch stage continues on. Only one of these teams can make it to round 5. Kickoffs already happened. Saw G1 with a little bit of possession, but it's Oxygen's turn out in front.
Elixo stopped by Oli Meister. And Archie, that challenge taken by Oli. Center ball and Atomic shot denied. Oli will give it another look as we see over on the mainstream. Elevate through 5 games, up 3-2, and there's Atomic getting the opening goal here in game 1.
Look at this from Oli, being able to send this one off to the side, super important. Archie had to be very careful of his approach, and that hesitation allowed Atomic to be able to come through and get the finish.
Trying to put teams into the 5th round between both streams here so far. One match significantly further along. Here's Atomic off the backboard. Dorito's shot just bounces slowly in, and Oxygen defensively are kind of reverting back to what we saw yesterday.
And G1, the confidence though, I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. Just saw Oli get a little laugh there. 2 back-to-back goals as G1 in control of the game early.
Wonder just where Oxygen is at mentally after a series that just kept getting worse for them. There's Ixo trying to get on the board early, but that's denied by Atomic. He's got it quickly the other way and almost in, just barely off the post. And for Oxygen, it's almost like a continuation of the Secret series. Set up here by Jorius, blocked away by Oli.
Yeah, they don't want to get put in that position here this early on as well. It's going to be tough, but that's a good pass. That's a good redirect from Ixo. Oxygen will strike back here. Plenty of time on the clock.
It's Archie with the win, Ixo with the finish. And it's so important, I think, for Ixo to have a great start to this series, because there's no way to sugarcoat it. He struggled defensively, especially yesterday. So to get on the board, maybe the vibes will be flowing. Here goes Atomic, though, looking to answer back with a double. Ixo got a piece of it to send it away. He's credited with the save, and now Jorius will send it out.
That was a good solid touch there to end up getting that defensive stop. Oxygen trying to control the pace here a little bit. They've got decent boost control. Of course, they let Atomic clear this one on the back wall. They got to play a little bit of defense. They've been struggling so far in the opening half of this game. G1 have been able to play it around them really well. Oxygen need to be able to not only dodge the inevitable bump threat, but of course, play around it and get the ball out of the zone. Ixo went for the boost on that play, played it off the back wall, and was not punished for it, despite there being 2 members of G1 right in his face.
Oh, that's a good first touch by Ixo, but it got away from him, and Atomic will boom it back. And now Atomic descended towards the backboard. Oli waiting on the weak side. Jory's got a piece of that. Over towards Ixo, dangerously in front for Archie, with Dorito kind of lurking there. And Archie powers his way through, but Atomic yet again into the fray. He's got a hand in both goals so far, and he's been excellent defensively as well. Atomic putting up an MVP performance through the first half of game 1.
Keeping eyes on Archie. His last 2 possessions, one of them he ended up taking and actually trying to play low. This time, going high and off the ceiling here especially. He's trying to find the best way to wrap around G1's defense. So far, it's a 1-goal scoreline. Archie once again putting this one in front of the box, but G1 keeping composure, able to clear out the danger for now.
2-1 head-to-head record for Oxygen this season, as Archie takes to the skies, lining up a double and is blocked away. Once again, I think it was Atomic that got there. Now Dorito, with Ixo waiting on the side wall to set up Archie, and Dorito got a piece of that as well. Well, the orange side facing a lot of shots here from Oxygen. Archie's shot blocked out by Atomic. Dory is patiently on the side. Got around his teammate, kicked in front. Oli should have it, and he can control this across the center line as finally they break free of Oxygen's pressure.
Yeah, they break free, but they haven't necessarily been able to build. I mean, the shooting has been solid from them, but not decent offensive control. Archie in a tough spot, remains calm. Great touch as well to be able to clear that out. And now you're starting to see Oxygen try to get some foothold forward, but Atomic, a lot of space there. Got the demo on the play. Jorius gets dunked, and it's gonna slow roll all the way in. Big goal for Dorito, big goal for G1.
And once again, Atomic credited with the assist as Dorito. Oh, that's Dorito. I mean, that's all Oxygen could do is just that exact touch. Dorito's all over it. He's got 2 out of the 3 for for a team that I can't imagine has to be recognized as a favorite in this, but they've been by far the better team here in game 1.
Yeah, they definitely have. So much control there in terms of beating Oxygen to the ball, and G1 trying to keep that pace up. Now here's Oli. Nice control, keeping the ball on the nose. Ball pitches out to Dorito. Dorito is able to get a beat there on Jorius, and Ixo will end up playing this one, but gets demoed on the play. We've had a couple of demos in transition, but again, G1 showing no signs of slowing down. Final 15 seconds here in Manfield Night. Oxygen will have one last push upfield. It'll get taken from Oli. Jorius trying to get the pinch out. Oxygen looking for one last goal in regulation. They will not find it. Ball will either hit the ground or hit the back of the net. Oxygen will get one more, but it'll be G1 that takes this first game.
And that's how you command a lot of respect. I mean, this sure is going to go down as a 1-goal game, but it was not that close. Oxygen outclassed here in the opening game, and what more can you say about Atomic? Boy, did he step up in this game, and if that's a sign of things to come, OXG is going to have a very long and painful exit out of the wild card.
Yeah, not the start you want to see from Oxygen. I mean, it seems like they're running into the same troubles that they had against Team Secret, not knowing how to manage offensive pressure, but also not knowing how to connect up in the forward stretch. Anytime they're in the upper third, it feels like those passing plays aren't finding each other, as well as not only that, they're not able to hold on to the ball as much. Take a look at the stats here. Definitely, again, very physical game. Teams matched in demos and such, but a little bit more in favor of G1. As we take a look at the Mobile 1 high performance replay, G1 again getting off to that strong start. 2 back-to-back goals in the first minute put them in a great spot, forcing Oxygen to really exert in terms of offensive pressure. Yeah, they got that goal, but they needed a little bit more, overextended a little bit, and like you see in this last goal, got caught out. That's the set stage that we have for this series at the moment, but even like the series where Oxygen, where they had a dominant game 1 against Team Secret, things can change and tides could turn, depending on how things go.
Things have gone final over on the mainstream with Elevate advancing into the 5th round. Who will join them here in that 5th round? As we go on to game 2, if this keeps up from Atomic, it's pretty obvious who will come out on top as Jorius gets nudged away by Dorito, and this is pinched way downfield. Oli giving chase. Tough angle, couldn't convert,
Whoa.
but it may still go in anyways. Archie had to respect the touch, even though it didn't come through.
And Archie suffering from a headache from what we were told earlier in the day. Trying to stay focused. RG now on the ball. Nice little touch forward, trying to keep that one as close as possible. At least forcing out a 50. Dorito, though, will get a demo on Ixo. Won't really matter for much as G1. Wait a second, hold on, Ixo, that's not the best touch. Ball floating dangerously as G1 tried to see if they could capitalize. Oxygen will survive for the time being, but you do not want to see that in the first minute of game 2.
What in the world is happening to Ixo? He's gone from a master class to a disaster class defensively. This time he's up to stop Atomic, but he almost served one up on a silver platter. Here goes Archie now. Oli stops him. Dorito's there as well. Atomic cycling around after he realized the corner boost wouldn't be there. He didn't need it. Now over to Archie. Looking to go to the backboard again, and Dorito's in his way. Who's got the follow-up? It's Jorius. His shot, low, post. Oh, off of both of them. They play bingo and miss. And now it's Archie trying to get across, and Oli is all over it.
You would think that Jorius, with a shot like that, it's bound to go in. What is going on here for Oxygen? Jorius with a chance here, sees it for Ixo! Top corner slot. Oxygen get the first one.
You wondered if Jorius was going to take a shot that was obviously going to get blocked. It was all lined up by Atomic, instead dish it off to Ixo, right into the net, and Oxygen strike first. Ixo's got all 3 goals for Oxygen in this series.
Well, even with the defensive disaster, Oxygen showing up offensively for sure. Kickoff goal for OXG. As you take a look again at the replay, Dorito tried to go for the cheat, just completely missed the ball. It didn't go his way. Archie bearing down on it, and Atomic not able to get back in time. Now it's G1 that are under the pressure.
Professor Johnny Boy will probably have a video on this, and there will be a test next week. Here is Oli. Down at Archie, and pounded away. Now Archie quickly onto this as well. Drop it in front for Dorito to clear out. Atomic got it off the ceiling, and Jorius is there. Ixo waiting on the back wall as well in case he's needed. He very well might be, as this one comes right back in from Oli. Flip reset. Tried to slip it behind Archie. There's the follow-up as well. Everybody crashes the net, but Oxygen stands firm, and here goes Ixo on the counter. Got the shot through, and Atomic with yet another heroic save.
Jorius ends up going back here. It'll be Archie that challenges first. Jorius on the back wall. Doesn't drop off the back wall yet either. Finally drops and puts himself in a tough spot. Atomic shot will go in uncontested, and it's a 1-goal game.
What are Archie and Ixo trying to pinch this downfield? Like, what is happening?
It feels just like they're not on the same page, to be honest. Because as that's happening,
library.
As that's happening, Jorius is jumping off the back wall. Uh-oh, another chance for a goal, and the fake worked out! We're tied! Back-to-back goals for G1, and suddenly it's anybody's game.
If defense wins championships, the Oxygen Trophy case is going to be bare for a long, long time. 2-2 now as Atomic picks up his 3rd, and he continues to pour it on here. Ixo, good cheat up. Now it's Jorius. Getting beat there by Oli, just a little bit quicker, and that ball across over to Archie. Oxygen trying to, they're gonna have to win a shootout if they're gonna come back in this series. Ixo has it in his own corner. Atomic not letting him even so much as breathe, and now Archie will break the zone.
Archie off the ceiling, has a flip, uses it to put the shot on, but Oli had it red all day long. Ixo netward, and Dorito will get the clear. Jorius will end up beating Atomic to the ball and stays on this. Gets a 50 on the 3rd man. Dorito on the way back. 0 boost here. Can G1 make a stop? Infield pass, gets past 1. Dorito on the goal line, gave it to Jorius, but Jorius couldn't put it over him. Not the best touch from Ixo, and Archie will have to fight to keep this one in play. He puts that one towards the net again, and Oli, once again, able to get the block on Archie. He just, when you play with a guy like Archie for so long, you start to get a read on what he can do, and Oli's showing it.
Archie's got to have kind of a return to peak form that we've known him for. As Jorius challenging Atomic, this will go right to Jorius in the corner, full tank, but Oli with a touch to send that all the way across. Here's Atomic on the follow-up, dropped it down to Dorito. Beautifully done, and now Dorito just waiting patiently in the corner. Patience has been the name of the game between these two squads so far. But we're in a 2-2 deadlock here in game 2. Atomic forward, Dorito coming in as well. Dorito needs one more touch to get back to Atomic, and he just didn't get enough behind it. So now Jorius will bring it across as Oxygen looks to break the tie, and they will not, thanks to Oli.
Man, at least the last 3 times Archie's been on the ball, it's been Oli every single time who is able to block that off. Not the best touch, or maybe a calculated back pass to Jorius. This one, double commit between Archie and Ixo. And this could be disaster. You're doing this in the upper 3rd. Now G1, chance to move upfield. Jorius tries to deny it. Archie on the wing. Will he be able to get to piece of this ball? Gets to Jorius, but it's blocked! What a save! Follow-up is blocked by Dorito. Oxygen tried to do a press in the final seconds, but G1 denied.
Yeah, we see both teams now with that flourish, but nobody is broken through now with 10 seconds remaining. Overtime looming here at Forbidden Temple. Oli not going to be able to pinch it. Last opportunity belongs to Oxygen in regulation. Dorito will clear. Atomic doesn't have a second touch. We go to OT.
Overtime in game 2. And seeing the way this one went, Oxygen, I mean, such a surge at the beginning, and they tried to surge late. But G1 battled back and had been building up a defensive wall in their net, making Oxygen work for it. Even their most threatening offensive attacks, where you think this is a guaranteed goal, G1 have been able to block it every single time.
Oh, Doritos got that out around the corner, and a great touch by Oli to send it further, but Archie's there, and then Oli in his face as well. So many challenges have not gone the way of Oxygen. Here goes Ixo down the side. Just seems like the orange cars have every 50-50 going their way. Atomic stealing, pinch, and it's just a little bit wide of the net. It was over Jorius. Now Ixo right there to stop Oli. Atomic looking for yet another little floater, denied by Archie.
Close to one there. Archie with a solid save. Ball off the back wall again. It's Jorius. He sees Dorito there on the side wall and does end up winning the 50. Gets that mid boost. And now we'll try to see if we can follow this one up with Ixo. He'll have to turn out. And G1 with a chance there. They'll clear it away. And now you start to see both teams just play again for that midfield control. This one left to Dorito. Dorito plays it high. Archie in a tough spot. Shot goes through! And G1 take game number 2. They're up 2-0 in the series.
Man's just absolutely unstoppable. Atomic does it again. Make it 4 goals now with a hat trick. He scored them all here in game 2. And the hits just keep on coming. You gotta start thinking about maybe a timeout if you're Oxygen.
Yeah, I would almost expect one here. 10 shots from Oxygen and 10 saves. 11 shots from G1 with 9 saves as well. That is how close that game was, even despite though Oxygen getting off to a strong start. They just couldn't hold G1 down. Every time there was an opportunity upfield. Lots of pressure, lots of aggressiveness too. I believe 10 demos on the side of G1. As we take another look back here, look at that fake. I mean, there were just times where when G1 was upfield on offense, Oxygen's defense looked very lackluster. I think that's the biggest reason why they ended up losing this game, because despite that, they had a pretty good handle on things. Good control, good pressure, but again, they just let it slip.
Oli's been such a great addition to this squad. He had a couple of those demos. He has 10 as a team. As Atomic, they went with the nuclear option here. Go for demos, very physical plays. He saw a few bumps in there as well that opened things up. And Oxygen just did not have an answer. They had that strong start, especially from Ixo. And that performance has been squandered. Down 2-0 now in the series, taking this timeout. Snasky's got to kind of craft a plan now for getting his squad back into this series. Remember, back against the wall here. This is an elimination match for both of these squads who, again, the whole story coming in, not just while they've been here in Germany, but coming in through the entire summer is, why don't you respect us on both sides? Well, one has basically been disbanded for a while, or at least rumored to be disbanded, and the other, we haven't seen their best since what? Winter? And that was not this exact roster, talking about Oxygen, of course.
Yeah, and some people haven't seen that roster on the game, as everyone loves to talk about their hours. But that being said, Oxygen have shown their potential here, but when it comes down to the World Championship, you need more than potential. You need to perform. Game 3 on the screen. Will G1 put the series on match point? Or will Oxygen start to fight for survival?
Oh, here goes Oli, past Archie, and Ixo with the save after having to avoid some contact at the net. That's a great defensive start for Ixo. They're going to need a lot more of it. As Ixo's shot on here is blocked away by a couple defenders. Atomic is there as well. He'll bounce it out. Anybody in front of him? Well, Jorius just got there from behind and prevented what would have been an empty net. Oli, a little backflip, and he'll just casually take this, but that slow play means he had to sacrifice the corner boost. Can Oxygen make him pay for it? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I mean, that backflip from Oli gives up a lot of room. He's going to take this one now, though, and try to see if he can make a play, but Archie able to read the flip reset having to make sure not to be able to leave too many gaps, as G1 for a bit had Oxygen in a tough spot. Ooh, Oli thought he could get a read on that ball. This will be Dorito, straight to Ixo. It'll be over, almost over Atomic, able to get that light touch. And now Oxygen, no, Jorius, he was starting to see if he could get control in the air, got bumped off the play. G1 fighting, they're not even letting Oxygen get 3 touches up front.
All thrown in front, and that's a great job by Archie, staying with the play, good focus, and just kind of drilling that ball out of the zone for at least a moment. As it's Jorius now. Archie blocked out.
And we're starting to see Dorito here. Oh no, that will be cleared way downfield. Oli looking for the light touch. That one will be sent into the corner. G1 trying to see if they can stop Oxygen, especially in that corner. Don't want them to be able to get something midfield-wise, and a chance here for Oli. No, will be saved from Archie. 3 minutes in regulation. Archie trying to send that one to net, but it'll be Dorito who'll be able to get the stop. Ixo gets sent towards Atomic. Atomic now has to be careful. Oli, no. And again, more slow play there. I mean, that corner has always been very, very tough to work through. As we approach that halfway mark, things have slowed down tremendously in this game. 2 shots on the side of G1, 3 on the side of Oxygen.
At the halfway mark, opportunity now knocking for Oli Meister, but he's blocked away, so here goes Atomic. Well, that's the last guy Oxygen wants to see on this ball. Dorito now around the boards. Past Archie, past Jorius almost, but he just needed one more touch. And now Atomic will give way to Oli to the backboard. Doesn't have it lined up, got the bump on Archie. That means Atomic one-on-one. Set up Dorito, and it's still blocked away. Archie playing hero yet again, but they need bodies forward here to Oxygen. Only 3 shots between, or from either side, make it 4 now. With Dorito leading the charge with just a couple. Now Ixo trying to get over Atomic. That's been a tough task for Oxygen, but they get it done this time.
Trying to see if they can build up on it. Have not been able to do so. Atomic trying to see if we can get that flip reset. It'll be Archie on the ball, trying to put that towards net, but you see Dorito right there. Oxygen once again playing it out of the corner. They have not been successful in doing that. And maybe a chance here. Oh, good shot from Ixo! Bottom right corner. Oxygen take the lead.
Make it 4 goals for Ixo here in this series. Add a 3rd assist for Archie as well. 1:14 remains here in game 3. Oxygen have got to get one back here. Otherwise, they're facing quadruple elimination point.
Clearance there. Oh, maybe a free ball here. Ixo got it past Atomic. Back to back here. Ixo stepping up for Oxygen.
He just keeps going. Offensively, there haven't been many problems for Ixo. Now 5 goals in the series. Everybody's just feeding the hot hand. Will it be enough? Can they hold a 2-goal lead now with 67 seconds remaining?
G1 trying to see if they can set something up late here in the final minute. But Oxygen have struck, and they're trying to keep up that momentum. Ixo shooting with 2 for 4, which has been phenomenal. He's been doing a great job offensively, but it has not been the offense that's been Oxygen's problem. It's been being a coherent unit defensively, and you see why. Lapse of judgment, Dorito will score, and it's a 1-goal game.
Dorito getting one back, and now Oxygen fans who have watched this series and watched this tournament play out might start kind of rolling their eyes going, oh, here we go again. How are they going to do it this time? It starts with Oli. Jorius got a piece of him, though. It denied him going up. Landed on the wall, though, so he could play that. That forced Jorius back into action. Now Archie from the side. Dorito trying to slow play. Archie just waiting. And that gets over Ixo. Only Jorius back, but he'll power it back into the zone. And it's Oli. Needed a second touch. He's got it. 2 to beat. 2 on the attack. It's Atomic up high, but nowhere near the mark. And now Dorito circles back with 10 seconds left. Dorito against Jorius, no, 5 seconds. Atomic at least got a touch. There's still life here for the orange side as Dorito plays it across. Ixo intercepts and can only keep it in the air. Yes, he can, but surely Ixo breaks it to the ground, and Oxygen get a much-needed win. They're back in it here.
Yeah, big win for Oxygen to get back into the game. I mean, again, like we said, good performance there from Ixo, but also defensively strong from Jorius. He ended up getting 3 saves that game. Oxygen able to handle the pressure from G1 and really, I would say, limit their opportunities, but G1 still putting up 7 shots. The offense has been there on both sides. It's just at this point, Oxygen don't necessarily break when they're under that pressure, and they don't allow consistent pressure from G1, which is a big difference from the other 2 games. Seeing how things will move forward here in the series, chance for Oxygen to continue to build, but if you're looking at G1, kind of troubling to see them, even despite all of their offensive pressure, to come up so empty.
So we look back at that replay and see how Ixo just willed Oxygen back into this series. Dorito made it close, but the green squad stays alive here. I mean, going down 0-3 is close to a death sentence as you could get. So we continue on now. Game 4 on the horizon. Utopia awaits. See if Oxygen can earn the tide and tie up the series fully here. Try to make it 2-all. You've got a hungry squad right across the way from them. Jory is denied by Atomic, and that's how we kick it off. Atomic to Dorito, and his shot sailed high. Holy follow-up is right down Broadway, and what a start.
A full team press from G1. Pass to Dorito, that one goes off the back wall. Atomic and Dorito were both looking for demos, and a free lane setup from Oli nails that opportunity. And what a strike from G1 to kick this game off.
All 3 involved in the play, and it's just been, listen, there's been one team that has been better overall, and you're seeing it now. They dropped that last game, though, so the window's open for Oxygen. Atomic bounce it for Dorito. This long-standing duo not able to connect for another goal as it goes all the way back to Oli. He'll not let it quite go back to his own back line. A little more aggressive instead as that goes off to the corner. Excellent defending out of Archie.
Oxygen sitting back here on defense and trying to look for a way to break out. It's so tough when you have someone like Atomic who's just able to set things up night and day. You see him taking off the ceiling on that last play, but first minute definitely has gone to G1, and they're looking to see if they can make more. Oli, oh my God, Oli! What a play! He dances around the defense.
He had not scored in this series until the first goal of this game, and then he's one-upped himself, and he's 2-upping Oxygen. A minute plus gone by, and it's the Oli show. Just taking it to his former team. Ixo now, over to Jorius. Blocked by Dorito. Now Atomic going to work. He could drop this now. Oh, Oli was there, but he peeled off at the last moment, and probably a good thing because Oxygen was ready to pounce and might have got a cheap one back.
Yeah, Oxygen has to try to manage this because right now, momentum heavily in favor of G1. They have not necessarily looked uncomfortable at all as they've been up into the air very early, and they've really made Oxygen try to play catch-up.
Well, Ixo looking for Jorius, but it's Atomic in the way. Nothing developing off of that for Oxygen as everybody crisscrosses in front. It falls to Atomic. One more touch needed, and well, that still got around Ixo, so who's gonna take charge? It's Atomic, only running interference, and Archie avoided him. Boy, how about the defense of Archie just doing all he can to keep Oxygen within striking distance here early in game 4.
And you see G1's pressure, what it's doing to Oxygen, it's forcing them to make desperation saves on the back end to where when they're in the front end, it's normally just one person who's almost all of the offense having to set up everything. I mean, look at this. Ixo was up forward, Archie tried to set up the lane, but once Archie got intercepted, then you saw Ixo try to scramble to get back. Only though, full control, ball on the goal line, and Again, I believe that was Dorito who ended up going for that. Chance here for Ixo, big power shot, but Atomic had it red.
Oh, Archie right at Atomic. This could be trouble with Dorito already downfield. They are starting to swarm in formation, but Archie, boy, he was forward as well. Just feels like both teams almost cherry picking a bit, trying to get somebody way downfield to get a cheap one.
But for Oxygen, cheap ones aren't going to work. They need a little bit more than that. They're down by 2 minutes to go, and G1 are totally comfortable with managing the game from this position. There's a bump on the play. There's Dorito, free backboard. Archie just got there in time, and this is the danger that G1 pose when they're out in front. Demo on the play, taking out 2. This could be a free goal for G1 if they can nail this shot. There was a third demo, but too many cooks in the kitchen, and now a chance for the ball to go the other way.
Oh, everybody just had to kind of converge on the ball there. Otherwise, Oxygen was going to get one back. I mean, we've seen them send the house a few times. It's worked a couple. Downfield, boost steal by Oli. Jory's almost played it right to him. Now Ixo with Archie weaving through traffic. Big ball off the backboard, and Ixo just put it well wide. That pass wasn't quite where it needed to be. And again, Oxygen lets their opposition off the hook. Dorito around the boards, and Jorius has it.
You can see the frustration, though. It just feels like for Oxygen, the execution is too little too late. Someone's a bit off their mark. No one's exactly where they're supposed to be. Jorius, oh, that's a good shot, but Dorito is in place. So even when Oxygen finally get things lined up, G1 are normally in solid spots. That's why it's been so tough for them to really get anything going. 5 shots this game from them, and they've come up empty every single time.
I mean, it's not like there's been an overwhelming abundance of shots on either side here. Only 5, but 2 have gotten through, and that's what matters. Oxygen's only got 5 themselves, but they haven't been able to breach the net. As Jory is now with 25 seconds, got to get something on the board for Oxygen early if they are going to have a chance at a kickoff goal to tie. It falls back towards Ixo, but he couldn't get to it in time. Oli will bring it down, more time wasted, but maybe numbers forward? No, Dorito got there instead, and we'll look at the final countdown and maybe the penultimate countdown for Oxygen in this tournament. 3 seconds, 2, 1, now no time on the clock, and it is triple match point. Talk about commanding respect. They're doing exactly that.
Yeah, they are, and in this position too, against a team like Oxygen, G1 perform and perform. I mean, big game for Oli there, especially. I mean, very, very solid clutch goals. Shot 2 for 3. Dorito had an assist on that one, and G1 ultimately just ended up completely dominating in that game. Ixo was stuck with 96 points. You see the stats here popping up on your screen. I'm not lying to you. It felt like Oxygen. I was going to make a breathing reference, but I think you get the point at this point. It feels like they need some air. We're looking at them now, backs against the wall here in the World Championship. They have to win the next 3 games. Otherwise, their run is done.
They would be out at 1-3 and a disappointing exit if it does indeed come to that. But on the other side, that man in particular, he's loving life right now. I mean, this whole squad has been greater than the sum of their parts, and I think that's the key in a Swiss tournament, because somebody's going to have a bad day. Somebody's going to be a little bit subpar. Somebody's going to need their teammates to pick them up and pick up the slack. Everybody is contributing right now. Atomic with 4 goals, including an overtime winner. Dorito's got 3. Oli's added a couple. We go to the Oasis. Is it the final resting spot for Oxygen in the 2023 World Championship? We're about to find out.
Win or go home. Let's see what Oxygen will give us with their life on the line. Ixo trying to get a turn in. Good bump there from Archie. Archie now booming that one downfield. George trying to get there off the back wall. Ixo is up. Stays on the ball. Doesn't have a flip. Jorius is going to pick up this boost and try to control the pace. How will these guys look on a potential final game of the season? So far, they've been able to keep the ball close, but of course G1 are looking to close this series out here. They're going to battle every step of the way.
Well, Jorius has it across, but Oli right there to rudely greet him. Atomic, tough angle, and he couldn't get it on net. Goes harmlessly across the face of the goal. Now Ixo back the other way. Trying to guide this one back inside, and that doesn't work out. Dorito trying to weave through traffic, and he's just screened Jorius off the ball, and Dorito scores first.
Not only that, you watch Dorito, just dives here. Jorius can't get a piece of the ball, Archie can't get the bump, and it just rolls in. You see Samaz there on Atomic's face, G1 look comfortable. They get away with that one, they just take it right out of Oxygen's hands.
Well, they've been taking a lot from Oxygen in this series. Ixo doing all he can offensively to keep his team in it. Drop it down in front for Jorius, not there. Dorito 1v1 with Archie. Oli's starting to creep up as well, and it's Archie that makes the stop. Jorius hard out of the corner, but it's straight down for Atomic and Oli. That's a great job by Atomic, bringing that ball back so Oli could come up. Now he's got a full tank, over towards Dorito, and a great read by Ixo.
Yeah, I mean, good positioning here from Atomic as well. He's able to keep that ball at play just by being slightly behind his teammates. And the 50 goes his way, and then he's able to make Oxygen go a little bit further back. Here we go here for the side of Oxygen. Archie on the ball, trying to do it all himself. This one will get sent to the sidewall, and a shot there as Atomic tried to see if he could catch Ixo out, but this remains a one-goal scoreline.
It's been a much different story between these two squads since the spring. It's not looking pretty at the back as Jorius got it through, and Atomic had to call an audible at the last moment. Got to go after this, and he just stopped Jorius.
Double commit though.
Yeah, and that leaves only Ixo at the back. Atomic's trying to take him out, and he did just enough. Oli scores his third, and the floodgates are about to open.
And the play, it just starts from Oxygen. Once you see Archie and Jorius in the air for the double, and you know Ixo's last back, G1 is going to send everybody forward because they have the available resources. They work together as a team, they catch Oxygen lacking, and they punish once again. At the halfway point, chance here. Jorius will make it a one-goal game, though, giving some fight.
So Ixo, after all the scoring he's done, that setup becomes his first assist of the series. Jorius, clever shot, going low, making sure that Atomic couldn't get to it. Atomic's got to darn near everything else in this series. He found one he couldn't reach. Now, Atomic at least dumping this back into the zone. There's a lane for Dorito, but it's saved by Archie. Does he have the follow as well? Yes. Nobody else diving forward, but that's a big boost take for Dorito at midfield. He can stay downfield for an extra tick. And now it's Atomic coming in, and a second touch just has Ixo guessing wrong. Flip, reset. Oh, it's Atomic Show! Thank you for tuning in!
What a play from Atomic! Look at that touchdown! And then to be able to go off the wall, get the flip reset, and put it network is nothing short of incredible. G1 up by 2 after Atomic stuns Oxygen defensively.
What else does he have in his bag of tricks? He has been unbeatable. Now Oli lets that one go. Of course, Atomic gets to it. Jorius to Ixo. Drop down, nobody's home. Clear the runway as Atomic takes off again.
And G1 starting to put the nails in the coffin for Oxygen. A 3-goal difference here with 2 minutes remaining in regulation. Sure, Oxygen are not out just yet, but of course, it's looking very bleak. It feels like, once again, they don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. They've been trying to do what they can individually, but you need more than that here at this stage. Chance for another one if Dorito gets that. Archie able to get the block. And Jorius trying to move downfield. Gets that one off the corner. Dorito under a little bit of pressure. So as G1, but they remain comfortable and boosted up as they pass this ball all the way around and kill more time as the clock. You start to look at it if you're an Oxygen fan. They need that one, and Atomic, he just puts himself right in the middle of the net, and they shoot it at him.
You know, the part of the song where NF introduces his album, that sounds like Oxygen's comms probably right now. Everybody's saying, I got it, I got it, I got it, all at the same time. Now they can maybe get on the same page on the attack, but they're down 3 goals with just over a minute to go. Jorius trying to corkscrew his way through. Archie's there, pass to Ixo, off the crossbar, but it caught a deflection and in.
The deflection is what puts it in, but it's also the pressure that Oxygen have here. Good idea from Archie to get the pass. I think G1 expected the shot to come through. And Archie being selfless on the play, EXO able to put that in a good spot. Like you said, bar down off of someone from G1. And now a chance here for Oxygen if they can score with some time on the clock. They'll need 2, and they have less than a minute to do it. This is total desperation on the blue side.
Oh, across it goes. There's Oli bringing it back in, so the task gets even tougher with every clear from orange to blue. Is EXO for Joreuz, tough angle to convert, and it's off the corner of the frame. Archie sails it high. EXO couldn't get on top of it. Now with 30 seconds left, Joreuz to the corner, got to stay with the play. Doritos got it instead, and that ball downfield may spell the end as Archie couldn't keep it out of the zone. Atomic dropped it down, and Joreuz is there, and great job on the opposite end, not getting overextended. Down to 12 seconds though. Fight for survival may be coming to a close. Archie, not a lot of pace coming out of the zone. Oli intercepts. One more for the road. No, denied from Atomic, but that's not gonna matter as it is all over. Oxygen goes out in 4, and again, you talk about earning respect. Atomic, Dorito, Oli have done exactly that.